spreading the awareness all over the world, helping people to get more and more healthy mentally and as well as physically. So before I start, would like to tell you few things. If people are not able to stand or cannot sit due to the problems of knee joint or some arthritis issue, then they can take support of a wall or any maybe such a kind of props, a rope or a bed, but you can take the support of the wall easily while balancing those standing asanas or while doing Surya Namaskar. Just take care. By any chance, if you are facing high BP problem or low BP problem, go slow, okay, in and out. Whenever we will be going towards the asanas, I'll be telling you the contraindications as well as the benefits. So let's start with the prayer. The sitting position for any prayer would be Sukhasana or cross leg, or you can sit in Ardha Padmasana, that is your right leg above your seat bones should be balanced. Spine should be straight, not erect, it should be straight. Shoulders broad and head should be in line with the spine. Both the hands in Jnana Mudra. To get connected, gently close your eyes. Request you all to follow the instructions since I am not present with you physically to correct you or to guide you. Online it becomes difficult if you go wrong or if you by chance get an injury or something that way. So follow the instructions. Closing your eyes, try to get connect with your breath. 3 inhalations, 3 exhalation. एक लंबी गहरी सांस, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale, exhale. Try to get connected to the present situation and gently join your palms in front of you. Both the hands in Namaskar Mudra. With a deep breath, one Omkar, and then we'll follow a prayer, yogic prayer. Inhale deeply. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram munina patanjalim pranjaliranatosi. It was a prayer, the father of yoga, Maharshi Patanjali. Gently rub your palms. Keep the palms on your eyes, relaxing your eyes. Gently move your hands around the face. So let's start. Let's start with sitting poses, and the pose would be, the first pose would be Vajrasana. Vajrasana is a very good pose for helping you to digest. This is the only pose you can do after your meals. It helps in digestion and it helps strengthening the Vajra Nadi. There are various thousands of nadis in our body, and that one main and powerful nadi is the Vajra Nadi. So it helps you to strengthen the Vajra Nadi. So let's see how we can do. Sit in Dandasana Sthiti. This is the position. Both the legs straight in front of you, keeping your spine straight. Keep your hands around you. And gently try to fold your legs, bend your legs one by one with inhalation. Toes pointing backward. The heel should be on the outer side of your seat or hip. That is the glute muscle. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale. We'll be raising our hands for Namaskar position above your head, that is Parvatasana. With inhalation, raise your hands. Join your palms above your head. Slowly and steadily join your palms above your head. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing and just interlock your fingers and push your palms and wrist above to the ceiling. Hold. Keep your hands straight, both hands straight from your elbows, and gently take both the arms behind your ears. Relax your shoulders and the seat will be touching to your heels. Do not raise your pelvic region and your seat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With exhalation, we will be twisting to the right. So I am looking to my right by twisting my chest and mid back towards the right. The lower part of the below the diaphragm is straight. Around the chest it is twisted around the thoracic region. Gently exhale and come to the center and twist towards your left. Repeat to your left. Look to your left. Keep breathing. Hold for 3 inhalations and 3 exhalations. Gently with exhalation, come to the center. And now lateral bend. Inhale in the center. Exhale and bend towards your right. Do not drop your chin. Keep your chin raised. Hold. Feel the stretch on the opposite side. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale. Repeat to the left. Inhale in the center. While exhaling, you are bending yourself completely to your left side, stretching your right oblique muscles. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. With inhalation, come to the center. Exhale and gently bring down your hands. Relax. We'll be bending forward in Vajrasana. So again, if you are unable to continue, if there is discomfort in both the legs, so relax your legs, slightly point your toes, flexion in extension, rotate your ankles, just release the stress from your legs in Dandasana position, and slowly once again come to the Vajrasana sitting position. Bend your legs backward. Gently place your seat in between both the heels. The heel should be on the outer side of your seat, that is the glute muscles. Spine straight, shoulders broad. Gently raise your hands with inhalation, stretching up your chest and abdominal muscles, and gently exhale. Now while exhaling, I am bringing my body from the pelvic joint, hip joint. Okay, do not bend from your upper back. Rest your palms nicely and push your hips back. So lengthening your spine, making your spine parallel. Extend your arms nicely in front of you. Do not be in a hurry or in a force to touch your forehead. We are extending our arms and pushing the hips behind, lengthening the spine, stretching the spine. Gently look down. Do not touch your forehead. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently, with inhalation, we will be raising our hands. Inhale, stretch up nicely. Exhale, release and bring down your hands. Great. We will be continuing with Surya Namaskar. So why Surya Namaskar? Basically, Surya Namaskar is a flow of asanas which helps us to energize ourselves, helps in making your joints, your muscles more strengthening all the abdominal muscles, increasing and stimulating the strength of all the internal organs. Okay, and why Surya Namaskar? It is a namaskar to the sun, the powerful deity which helps us in giving health and long life. So that is the reason. It is a salutation to the sun. You can do it in the morning while rising the sun. Also you can do it in the evening. So that helps you making your body more energized, more strong, increasing the stamina as well as releasing the stress. So let's continue with Surya Namaskar. For Surya Namaskar, you have to come to the standing position. So basically you have to stand at the edge of your mat, okay, edge of your mat, and then keeping your legs together. Now those who are unable to keep your legs below the hip, it's okay, okay. So starting with the right leg, okay. So keep your legs together in Samasthiti Tadasana, both the hands around your hip, raise your chin, gently inhale and join your palms in front of you. Exhale completely. With inhalation, raise your hands for Hasta Uttanasana. With exhalation, bend forward, Hasta Padasana. Touch your palms down, bend your legs and stretch your right leg back for Ashwa Sanchalan. Push your hip on your left leg, point the right toes behind the back, raise your chin, raise your head up and look up. Keep breathing, hold the position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your right toes in and lift yourself. With exhalation, take your left leg back together with your right leg. Put complete weight on both the hands, raising your heels. Push your hips up to the ceiling. Let your head down, lengthening the spine. Touch your heels nicely to the floor. So both the legs, both the hands are firmly placed on the floor. Feel the calf muscle stretch in Adho Mukha Svanasana or Parvatasana. Feel the hamstring stretch. Feel the lengthening of your spine. Gently come forward with inhalation. Touch your knees. Without touching your abdominal muscle and the pelvis, we will be touching the chest, chin and forehead for Ashtanga Namaskar. Gently touch your abdominal region and raise your head up with inhalation for Bhujangasana. Look up, keep breathing. Gently exhale for Parvatasana. Pushing your hips up, keeping your legs straight. Without bending in your knees, gently with inhalation, we will be bringing our right leg in between both the hands. So slowly come forward. Gently place your right leg in between both the hands. See that your knee is not crossing your ankle. The leg behind, knee is touching. Toes are completely pointed backwards and push your hip on the right leg. Raise your head up, raise your chin up. Look up. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With exhalation, gently bring your left leg in together with your right leg. Hasta Padasana. Keep your palms on your feet, making your legs straight. Push your hips up. Those who can, touch the forehead to the knees. Bend your knees, raise your head with inhalation, raise your hand, slowly and steadily rise up in Hasta Uttanasana. Arch your head back, look up, keep breathing. Gently in Namaskar position, bring down your hands with exhalation in front of you. Normal breathing. You can sit down or you can walk on your mat. Sitting in Vajrasana position and bending forward, child pose is a relaxation. Child pose or Dandasana Sthiti, again a relaxation position. Surya Namaskar can be gradually increased from 1 Surya Namaskar to 12 Surya Namaskar daily. It has a series or a flow of asanas that includes Bhujangasana, Parvatasana, Ashwasanchalan, raising your hands and bending forward. Each and every asana has its own benefits. In Bhujangasana, your abdominal region was touching down and chest and head was completely raised up. So it is very good for your respiratory system. Expansion of chest takes place, increasing the strength of your lungs, flexibility of your lungs, and amount of oxygen to be taken in increases. So the capacity of lungs increases. Adho Mukha Svanasana or Parvatasana was an asana that would help you to release your lower back, keeping good space in between each and every vertebrae, releasing the stress from the spine, releasing the stress from both the legs. If you have leg pains and sciatica and all those things, it is a very good asana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, good for digestive system, good for respiratory system. So such are the benefits of the Surya Namaskar. Let's go ahead. The next asana will be Shalabhasana. Shalabhasana will be lying down, prone position. Prone position means we will be lying down on a stomach. So for that particular, the benefits of basically will be again kneeling down with the support of our hands, stretching our legs back and slowly go down, touch your chin. So the chin should be completely touched, both the hands around your hip. If you are not able to raise your legs with palms up, you can take the support of your palms facing downward. Here you can do slow and steady breathing. Since the chest and abdominal region are touching down, keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. Palms upward, both the legs together. Join your toes, heels. Exhale completely. With inhalation, we will be doing right leg up. Inhale, slightly raise your head up and lift your right leg up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently exhale and bring your right leg down. Repeat with your left leg. Inhale, raise your left leg. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release. Exhale completely. Inhale and let's do with both the legs together. Raising both the legs would help you to strengthen your pelvic muscles. Inhale and raise both the legs up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release. Relax. Normal breathing. One more repeat with both the legs together. Touch your chin. Squeeze your hips. Pull all the muscles towards the pelvis. Join your toes, ankles and heels. Gently with inhalation, raise up. Gently with exhalation, release. Relax. Let your body loose and relax. You can lie down. We will be getting ready for Dhanurasana. So what is Dhanurasana? The bow and arrow pose. Benefits of Dhanurasana are: it cures indigestion, constipation and gastrointestinal diseases, improves abdominal strength, energizes digestion and reduces body fat. Now the contraindication for this is people facing high BP, back or neck pain, migraine, hernia should not do. Okay. If you're going to a yoga teacher or a guide, then it's okay. So with the help of a teacher or with the help of a certified yoga teacher, they will guide you how to do. So we'll try doing with with single leg also. I'll show you with the support of the wall also. So let's try. Again, lying down on the stomach. Again, it's a prone position. I'll show you with my right leg. So touch your chin. Bend your right leg with inhalation. Raise your head and hold your right ankle. So those who cannot do with both the legs, this is how the position. Keep your left hand in front, and with the support of your hand, try to raise your head up and raise your right leg. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Exhale completely. Relax. Same thing will repeat with the left leg. Keep your right hand in front. Bend your left leg. Inhale and raise your leg with the support of your ankles. Raise your head up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently exhale and release. Keeping both the hands below your forehead, legs apart, try to relax in Makarasana. Relax to your hip and get ready for the Purna Dhanurasana position, the bow pose. With bending both the legs, with inhalation, raise your head, hold your ankles. And turn over your back. With the support of your hands, you can turn over your back for Ardha Halasana. So lie down on your back. Touch your spine completely on the floor. Relax in Shavasana just for a few seconds. Till then, I'll give you the benefits of Ardha Halasana. So what is Ardha Halasana? Ardha Halasana is raising your legs. It is also called Padangushtasana. So this can be done with the support of few ropes or belts like I have kept. If you have, it's okay. So otherwise, we can raise our legs because the legs are stiff from the hip. Many a times you are unable to raise the leg to 90 degree from the hip to the toe. So basically we can use such kind of ropes to raise, or if you don't have any rope or belt, you can use a cotton dupatta or a towel, Turkish towel, to hold your legs to raise it up. So it is a preparatory pose for Purna Halasana, raising with both the legs, the plow pose and crossing overhead. But we will not do that. We will be doing the basic Ardha Halasana, and this prevents degeneration of bones. It increases longevity, makes the spine flexible, nourishes the spinal nerves, cure for obesity and chronic constipation. Okay, so contraindication for this is people with neck pain, spondylitis, high BP should be careful, or you can speak to your doctor whether you are able to do this. You can do these asanas, advanced asanas poses under a guided certified yoga teacher. Okay, so let's get ready for Ardha Halasana. Lie down on your back. Lie down straight. Both the hands around your hip. You can place your palms below the hips. It gives you support or cushioning. Pull the toes towards you. Pull all your muscles towards your pelvis. We'll do with right leg 5 counts. Then we'll repeat this with the left leg 5 counts and both the legs. So for that, I am raising my leg with inhalation to 90 degree, with exhalation down. So let's continue. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Repeat. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat one more time. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. relax. Repeat this with left leg. Inhale and raise your left leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last time. Inhale and raise your left leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale and bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Hands away from your body, legs apart. Normal breathing. Let me show this with the help of a rope. So I have this rope. These are cotton ropes. You can keep one leg bent and help the other leg to hold it around your foot, just below the big toe. You can arrange this in the arch and hold the rope, raising your leg up. So if you're here, you can bend the leg, hold the rope in your feet and gently raise your leg. Now pull the feet towards you, push the heels up. You're not raising the pelvis up. So the pelvis, the lumbar region and the lower back is completely rested down. Those who can stretch their leg, the other leg, I'm doing with my right leg, so my left leg can be kept straight. Pull the toes of your left leg towards you. Pull all your muscles of your left leg towards the pelvis or the hip, and you can hold this way. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Feeling the stretch in the calf muscles, keeping your legs straight. This helps you to improve the strength of your legs and increases flexibility. So this can be done with the help of ropes. That was just to show you. Let's go for both the legs together. So those who are able to keep their legs straight and repeat it from here, it's okay. Otherwise, you can keep both the hands down. Slowly bend your legs. Take your legs over your stomach and then raise. Okay, this is also okay. This is a modified version for Ardha Halasana. Those who are okay and flexible at their pelvic muscles and the core muscle strength is good, they can go with both the legs together straight up. Inhale, join your toes, ankles and heels and raise your legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. Inhale, raise both the legs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat one more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. And relax. Relax with legs apart, hands away from your body. We'll be bending forward in Vajrasana. So again, if you are unable to continue, if there is discomfort in both the legs, so relax your legs, slightly point your toes, flexion in extension. With inhalation, stretching the upper body completely, stretch your abdominal muscles, chest muscles. Push, extension of your hand towards the ceiling and gently exhale. Now keep looking front. Do not Look down. Do not bend from your neck. Do not drop your head. We are just extending our arms towards the toes. Now people who are not able to reach the toes, they can reach their ankles, they can reach their shin bone, or they can reach their knees, wherever. The focus is not taking the forehead to the knee, the focus is bending from the hip joint. Okay, that's the right way. Technically, you should bend it from your hip joint. So again, inhale and exhale. Hold wherever you reach. Lengthen your spine. Spine should be parallel with both the legs. Hold your feet from either side if possible. Taking your forehead down towards your knees with every exhalation. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With inhalation, raise your hand. With exhalation, release. Let me show you the improvisation or modification of this. Those who have stiff calf muscles, stiff hamstrings and stiff hip joint can bend their legs in this manner. You have to drag your heels. So hold your toes nicely, keeping both the legs together. Try to press your abdominal region and chest region on your thighs and slowly try to walk or drag your heels in front. Okay, hold your toes, do not leave. And feel the calf muscle stretch. It is not important to take your head down. Keep looking in front. That helps you. Keep breathing. Now feel the stretch in the calf muscles. Feel the stretch in your knee joint, behind the knees. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Keep breathing. The complete posture is helping you to bend from your pelvis, from your hip joint and not from your upper back. Lengthening your spine. Paschimottanasana is the best asana in the ancient yogic text or the history of yoga. Gently inhale. So that was improvisation. People who are learning yoga or helping themselves to do having a yogic lifestyle can do this movement and go into Paschimottanasana. It helps to strengthen the abdominal muscles, strengthening the digestive organs, helps to release fat around the abdominal region and helps to strengthen the hip joint. Relax, normal breathing. Sit in Dandasana Sthiti. Both the legs in front, both the hands around your hip. Relax both the legs. Stretch your toes, stretch your ankles and relax. Basically all the asanas can be hold or you can stay in the particular posture after reaching for 10 seconds. You can increase gradually up to 30 seconds. With daily practice, you can increase it to 1 minute and 1.5 minutes. But going into the asana, where there is complete concentration on your breath, coordination between your breath and your movement, and your mind, body and soul should be completely present with awareness. For every asana there is awareness, like for Paschimottanasana the awareness goes around the abdominal region. Ardha Matsyendrasana, twisting. Now particular twisting asanas helps you to increase the strength and the function of pancreas. With inhalation, bend your right leg. Keep your left leg completely straight in front of you. In Dandasana Sthiti, we will be going for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Gently raise your left hand and cross over your right knee and twist. I am taking the support of my right hand and looking towards the right. Keep breathing, keeping your spine straight. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently exhale and release. Look in front. Release the hand behind the back. Release the hand in front of you and release your leg. Same repeat with your left leg. Bend your left leg with inhalation. Hold your left leg and make your spine straight, balancing the seat bones. Twist completely to your left. Take the support of your left hand behind the back and Raise your right hand with inhalation and cross it over your left leg, holding the left ankle. Keep breathing, hold, twist yourself around the thoracic region. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Release the hands first with exhalation and release your leg. So one more repeat with your right leg and left leg. Twisting around the pancreas helps to improve the function of pancreas. With inhalation, gently bend your right leg. Hold your right leg nicely, making your spine straight, balancing your seat bones, and twist completely to your right. Keep your right hand behind the back, very near to your back. Cross your left hand. Hold your right ankle and look towards your right. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently with exhalation, release. Repeat with the left leg. Bend your left leg with inhalation. Hold, making your back straight, spine erect, and twist towards your left side. Take the support of your left hand. Raise your right hand. Hold your left ankle. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release with exhalation. Relax. Relax in Dandasana. Keep both the hands behind your back. Relax your legs, shake your legs, and release the stress, if any. The next asana we'll be going for is Trikonasana. For Trikonasana, we'll have to come to the standing position. Okay. So, try to jump, or those who cannot jump can just spread their legs apart at a distance of 3 and 3.5 feet away from each. Okay, and then gently raise your hands in shoulder line. So basically you have to stretch your legs nicely. Feel the inner thigh stretch. Keep gazing in front. And gently we have to bend around the right side. So move your right toe out. Raise your left hand and bend towards your right. Take the support of your knee and try to go down as much as possible. Stretch your left hand nicely. Those who are having neck issues may not look up. Keep looking in front. Those who are not able to raise your hand can keep their hand behind the back. So this again expands your chest nicely. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Gently inhale. Come up in Konasana position. Rotate your right toe in. We'll repeat with the left side. So rotate your left toe out. Keep your hip in one line in the center. Raise your right hand and bend towards your left. Take the support of your left leg. Gently stretch nicely. Raise your hand up. If possible, look up to the tip of your fingers. Or if you have any neck issues, look in front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With inhalation, come to the Konasana position. Rotate your left leg, left toe in. Join your palms in the center and bring your legs together. Relax. That was Trikonasana. Let's go for Virabhadrasana. For Virabhadrasana position, I am looking towards my right side. So at the center of your mat, stand at the center of your mat with both the legs together. Both the hands around your hip. Try to place your right leg in front. This is very basic. I am not showing any advanced position. Now from the center, take your left leg back. Okay, one step back and with your right leg one step ahead. Then raise your hands. Stretch up nicely and bend in your right leg. Arch your head back. Keep your leg that is behind, the leg that is in front should be in 90 degree. Take your hips down. Hold for the position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently inhale, release your head. Exhale, bring down your hands and slowly bring your feet together. Again, stand at the center of your mat. Repeat with the left leg. So place your left leg in front of you. Take your right leg behind the back. Feel the stretch in both the legs. Hips should be in one line. Bend in your left knee and with inhalation, raise your hand. Stretch up nicely. This helps to expand your chest, expand your abdominal muscles in vertical direction. Arch your head back, look up. The back leg should be completely straight. Feel the stretch in your calf muscles and hamstring. Go down with your hips. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. With exhalation, bring down your hands. With exhalation, bring your right leg together with your left leg. Relax, release. Release any stress on your leg. Keep breathing, normal breathing. All of you, sit down and lie down in Shavasana. The relaxing pose. All of you completely lie down on your back. In Shavasana, you have to just follow the instruction for a few seconds. So legs should be apart, hands should be away from your body. Drop your toes to the outside. Palms should be facing upward. Fingertips half closed. Completely relaxed. Feel the touch of your spine to the floor. Relaxing the heartbeats, relaxing the heart rate, relaxing the respiratory rate. Let your body completely loose and relaxed. Breathing slow, soft and gentle. And take your awareness to the smallest part of your body, the toes. Keeping your eyes closed, try to take your focus and awareness around your toes, relaxing your toes. Move towards your ankles, relax your ankles. And heels, relaxing both the feet and releasing stress and strain from both the feet. Move up towards the calf muscles. Relax the calf muscles and shin bone, releasing the stress. Slowly move upwards towards the knee joint. Relax both the knees, relax both the knee joints, relax all the muscles and release the stress from both the knees. Move up towards your thighs, relaxing all the muscles around your thighs. Relax the hip joint, pelvic muscles, seat and seat bones. Release the stress from the hip joint. Move your focus towards the abdominal muscles. Relax all your abdominal muscles. Relax the lumbar region and the sacral region, that is your lower back. Move up towards your digestive organs, relaxing all your digestive organs, the large and the small intestine, the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the ribs, the rib cage, the heart and your lungs. Releasing all the stress from the internal organs. Relax your chest muscles, upper back muscles, and release the stress from the back of your neck. Move your focus towards both the arms, relaxing the shoulder joint, the biceps and the triceps, the elbows, the forearms, the wrist, the palms, and all your fingers. Just feel the relaxation in the complete body, the arms, the legs, and move your focus around your facial muscles, relaxing your chin, lips, upper and lower jaw, cheeks, ears, releasing the stress from the tip of your nose and the nostrils, relaxing your eyes, center of your forehead, center of your head, the back of your head, releasing the stress from the complete head region and the back of your neck. Just relax. The breath is now slow, soft and gentle, only up to the nostril level. Keep your awareness around yourself. Do not get distracted with the external world. Avoid any sound reaching your ears. Avoid any thoughts coming to your mind. Your body is completely let loose and relaxed. You're feeling more and more lighter, as light as a feather. Try and take your focus around the center of your forehead. Relax. Feel the relaxation physically and mentally with all the internal and external organs of your body completely let loose and relaxed. Just relax. Release the stress. Release the strain. By any chance you're still in pain or in stress around any region of your body, just try to take your awareness and exhale from that particular region. Slowly and steadily make yourself aware with the external world. With a deep inhalation, try to move your fingertips, try to move your toes, try to bring both the legs together, both the hands near to your body, gently bend your legs one by one, and slowly turn to your right side completely on the right hand side. Turn completely on your right hand side. And slowly, with the support of your left hand, gently come up to the sitting position. Keep your eyes closed. Sit comfortably. Any sitting pose, that might be Sukhasana, that is cross-leg, that might be Ardha Padmasana, a meditative pose, or Vajrasana. Feel the inhalations, feel the exhalation, feel the change in your complete body. Feel the change in your breath. Feeling the peacefulness and the calmness. In the same tempo, we will be continuing with some breathing techniques, that is pranayama. Pranayama is making your body lighter according to the yogic studies. It helps to calm and make your mind peaceful. It releases stress. It releases all your psychosomatic diseases. Sit in Dhyan Mudra. Both the hands rested on your knees in Dhyan Mudra, the index finger and the thumb touching each other. Keep your eyes closed and follow your breath. Inhale and let the breath reach the abdominal region. This is abdominal breathing. It will raise your chest, it will raise your abdominal region, and exhale. Keep your awareness around the navel area. Inhale one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Feel the movement. Raising of your chest, raising of your abdominal region. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with the chest breathing. Inhale and let the breath reach your chest region. So awareness should be around your chest region. The breath will be short, it won't be lengthy and faster. Inhale, exhale. Feel the raising of your chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. And the next breathing technique is called as a clavicular breathing. The region between the collarbones is the clavicular region. Okay, so if you want, you can feel the raising of this particular soft area between two collarbones. You can keep your right hand fingers on it and feel the raising of it. It will be faster. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Only at the tip of your nose. Inhale, exhale, 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 inhale. And relax. Feel the changes. Normal breathing. Get ready for Kapalbhati. Total exhalation. Kapalbhati is a kriya. Though it is included in the pranayam, it is a detoxification kriya. Okay. So you have to focus on the exhalation. There won't be any inhalation. But initially, to start with, you can inhale deeply and then exhale for the next 10 strokes. Okay. The movement is in your abdominal region. It releases stress, it releases toxins from your body, okay, making your abdominal muscles more and more strong, releasing fat, releasing stress from your mind and body. So let's continue with the Kapalbhati. Contraindication is people who face cardiac problems or have any fatigue or vertigo can consult their doctor before doing Kapalbhati. Okay. So now this is the benefits are it's a Shuddhi Kriya and clears the brain, purifies the channels in the nose and the parts of respiratory system, releases toxins, purifies tissues and nerves by filling the blood with oxygen, improves concentration and improves digestion. Okay, so keep your right hand on your abdominal muscles. Inhale deeply. 10 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release, relax, one deep inhalation and 10 more counts. Inhale deeply. Relax, exhale completely. One last round, 10 strokes Kapalbhati. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely and take a deep breath. Feel the changes. Feel the clean and clear passage. Keep your eyes closed. Sit straight. By any chance if there is a stress on your mid back, you can just bend forward and release the stress from your back. Raise your head, come to the sitting position again, and we'll continue with the Anulom Vilom, alternate breathing, Nadi Shuddhi Kriya. Make a Pranav Mudra of your right hand. So the first two fingers bend forward, the last two fingers, that is the ring and the small finger on your left side, and the right thumb on your right side. What we will be doing is closing our right nostril, inhaling from the left side, exhaling from the right side. Inhaling from the right side, exhale from the left. This is one cycle of Anulom Vilom. It clears, it detoxifies both the nadis, the Ida and the Pingala nadis, and balances the equilibrium. It's good in high BP and low BP. It's good for heart patients. It releases stress. It makes your mind and body calm and peaceful. Okay? Improves concentration in kids and improves focus. It energizes you by purifying the blood. So again, Pranav Mudra. Close your right nostril. Inhale from the left side. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Exhale from your left. We are not holding the breath in the center. That is Kumbha. Inhale from the left. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Exhale from the left. Once again, inhale from the left nostril. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. And exhale from your left. Continue. 2 rounds. Inhale from the left. Exhale from your right. Inhale from the right. Exhale from the left. Gently with exhalation, bring down your hand and relax. Normal breathing. Try to keep your eyes closed and feel the changes. Last but not the least, Bhramari. It's a humming sound by closing your earlids with both the thumb and keeping the other 4 fingers on your face. Place your index finger on your head, that is your forehead. Keep your middle finger around your eyes. Keep your ring finger around your cheeks near to the nostrils. Keep your small finger around your lips. These are just placement, and with a deep inhalation, so this is where we can do. Close your ears. Inhale deeply, 5 rounds of Bhramari. Inhale. Inhale. Continue for 2 more rounds. Feel the peacefulness and the calmness around the head region, stimulating all the nerves, tissues and cells. Relaxing the brain region, releasing the stress. Bhramari helps you to release frustration, aggression, anger, relaxing you completely. Improves focus, improves concentration. So daily 3 repeats of Bhramari will keep you healthy, mentally and physically. Feel the humming vibration. Keep your eyes closed. Do not do any movement. Bhramari also helps in strengthening the vocal cord. So if people are facing stammering or speech problem, can do Bhramari daily. Let's close the session, end the session by doing 3 Omkar pronunciation, chanting of Omkar. Both the hands in Jnana Mudra, resting on your knees. With a deep inhalation, you have to take a deep breath Let it reach the navel area, and while exhaling, you will be pronouncing the Omkar. The Makar would be lengthier. You can feel the vibrations of Akar around the abdominal region, Ukar around the chest region, and Makar around the head region. Inhale deeply. Inhale. One last time. Inhale. Feel the vibrations of the Omkar. Feel the peacefulness, the calmness, and the silence within you. Gently join your palms for the Shanti mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently rub your palms together, creating nice warmth in your hand, creating some positive energy, and place your palms gently on your eyes. In the depth of your palms, feel the darkness. Gently open your eyes, feeling the palms, relaxing your eyes in the dark. Slowly move your hands around the